Welcome to Now in Android, episode number 38. First up, Android 12, another developer preview just launched. Developer Preview 3, there's a blog about it on the Android Developers blog from Dave Burke talking about the new features that are in this preview release. So check that out. Details about new features to play with, like consistent and customizable launch experiences for your apps, new haptics effects, as well as APIs, and new camera capabilities, and a ton more other features. So check out the blog, check out the preview site, download it, play with it, test your app. Next up, Google I/O 2021. So this time it's all different. First of all, it's online. Okay, no big surprise there, but even better, it's for everybody and it's for free. So instead of going to the site and then just refreshing madly, trying to get a ticket before it closes down and all the tickets are gone, just come register. Register, join us, and check out the event coming up in May. But first of all, check out the site. RenderScript is deprecated. So people were still using RenderScript APIs mostly for the intrinsics that they offered for performing some image processing calculations. Well, a better approach to using RenderScript in general is to use one of the compute solutions out there, including OpenGL as well as Vulkan. But if you really like it for that intrinsic support, then you can check out the new open source library that we're offering that has most of those RenderScript capabilities ported over into that library that you can just use directly. Dan Galpin published a blog on the Android Developers blog talking about the details of the deprecation as well as resources for you for migrating away from it, as well as the open source library that we offer. Mad Skills, we have posted a new series. It is the second series on navigation. So in the original navigation series that I did, I wrote this donut tracker app, and we looked at capabilities and navigation components such as deep links and dialog destination and safe args. And Murat Yener is continuing that tradition of talking about navigation with a second series. In this series, he's added the ability not just to track donuts, but to track coffee as well, because right, coffee, why not? So in the first episode of this second series, he's talking about how to integrate various pieces of the UI with navigating to particular destinations, including the action bar, as well as the drawer and bottom tabs, and how you can use navigation component together with menu IDs to get all of this stuff for navigating destinations automatically taken care of for you. So look for that and look for future episodes as they post in the second series. There are a few articles that are worth checking out. First of all, package visibility is an area that we focused on in Android 11. It is not possible for applications to get information on all the packages that are installed on a device. Instead, you need to declare in your manifest which packages you would like access to. There is an article that Megan Mehta posted talking about the details of this change, as well as how you migrate away from that capability if you happen to have that in your app, including sometimes you just want to launch an intent instead. You don't need access to other apps if you just want an action to be performed by whatever apps happen to be installed on the device. So check out the blog for more information about those changes, as well as about how to deal with that behavior change in your app. Data Store is a new Android X library currently in alpha. It is the intended replacement for shared preferences for a few different reasons, including type safety, as well as flexibility, as well as being able to deal easily with being on the UI thread, and yet it needs to do its work elsewhere. There is a new article on Medium from Rohit on the engineering team for Data Store, talking about how you can use Kotlin data classes as well as Kotlin serialization to serialize your data. By default, Data Store uses protocol buffers underneath, but you can use this other approach instead if that works for you. And then finally, Florina Muntenescu has posted an article on Room, talking about the latest release of Room 2.4.0, which is currently in its first alpha release. This new version of Room has the ability to auto-migrate between different versions of your database. So previously, you needed to implement that conversion, that transition logic in your app using some of the APIs that Room offers. And now you can actually use auto migrations. You can say from this version to that other version and just do the work for me, which is really convenient. It does not handle everything. And Florina's article talks about what exactly it does and what to do when you still need to plug in your manual conversion logic along the way. And last but not least, there was a new podcast episode that's worth checking out. We talked with Brian Karlstrom as well as Nicolas Joffre on the art team about art. We talked about the Android runtime, about the history of it, how it came online, when it came online, what they did to actually get it ready for production, and some of the features and performance optimizations that they've been implementing along the way. Really interesting. I love talking about sort of tech history stuff, and it's one of those conversations, but also talks about more recent developments and how art and the runtime are helping you in your Android application. As usual, all of the links to all of the stuff that I talked about are in the Medium article for now on Android 38. And if you liked the video, go ahead and like and share and subscribe to the Android Developers channel on YouTube. Thanks.